Hello and welcome to my 5 days Boost the Sleep Challenge. And this is day number 1. My name is Ildi from I Am Mindfulness, and I'm very glad to have you here with me today. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I know that the older I get, the more I realize that sleep is this big, precious, unrenewable resource. Yes or no? Yes. So as time, right? We can't get back our time. We can't, redo our sleep. All we can do is to keep going and keep trying to have better sleeps. So I am welcome you right now from Hungary. I am spending the last 11 months traveling mostly around Europe, and right now I am in Hungary and it's 2:31 p.m. in the afternoon. We are getting closer to winter. Well, if I was back home in New Zealand, we would be going into summer. So big change. Now, I like to start every session, every presentation, every workshop with something what I call mindful arriving exercise. And I would love to start that today as well. And this means I would like to ask you to leave everything outside of the door that concerned you before you got here, and leave everything outside on the other door or the same door that is waiting for you after this 15 minutes session with me. So once you are able to just really have a quick thought around what you need to do and what you have been doing, then just really arrive into this moment. Arrive into now. arrive in your body and arrive in your mind. And just really notice, how does it feel to be in your body at this present moment? How does it feel to be you? And maybe you start becoming aware of how you are sitting or standing there while you are listening to me. And I'm not asking you to change your posture, even if you're getting aware that maybe you are hunching forward. All I'm asking you is just to be aware how you are standing, how are you sitting, wherever you are right now. And then you can start noticing the state of your mind. Can you even listen to what I'm saying, or is your mind keep jumping to other things and you come back for a moment? Again, there's nothing wrong with whatever is going on for you. All I'm asking is that you are just being aware, whatever it is. That's right. Just notice it. Then I would like to ask you to start focusing on your breathing. And again, without changing your breath, just start being aware of it. Are you breathing through your nostrils, or are you breathing through your mouth? Are you breathing into your belly, or are you breathing into your chest? Again, is nothing there needed to be changed, simply needed to be observed. Observed from the outside. That's right. And then when you have done the observation of your breath, you can now start observing the speed of it. Are you breathing quite fast? Or are you breathing slowly and mindfully? And again, whatever is going on, it's okay. Just notice it as it is, without making any changes. And then now, once you arrived in your body, once you observed your breathing, the state of your mind, the feelings in your body, I would like you to think about, why are you here today? What is it that you would like to get out of today's session? And what do I mean by this is our amygdala is unable to recall everything and record everything. So for example, things like brushing your teeth is not interesting, right? Because you do this, well, at least once, twice, or 3 times a day, right? So you're not going to remember that how you brush your teeth. You remember that you probably have done it, but not that how, okay? So our amygdala only able to recall events that are exciting, something that may be tragic, like a car accident, something that is yummy, like delicious food, or something that, again, fun, like good sex, right? So I am asking you today to think about, what is that you would like to get out of this next 10 minutes with me? You know, why are you here? Because as I said, I would like your amygdala to record this. So tonight, when you're going to try out the technique you're going to learn with me today, then your amygdala will be like, yeah, this was cool. Okay, so take a moment and think about, why are you here today? What is that you would like to get out of today's session? Now, if you are one of the people who has a saying, I'll sleep when I'm dead, I have to break it to you, you're probably going to get there sooner than you think. And why do I say this? I say this because sleep, I believe, is extremely important. However, the society, entrepreneurs are glamorizing the fact of not having enough sleep, making it look like it's very cool because we are so motivated and so determined that sleep doesn't matter. But we don't actually think about how it can backfire on our health. And why do I say this? You know that you can go without oxygen for 3 to 4 minutes. You can go without food for 30 to 40 days. And you can go without water for 3 to 4 days. But what about sleep? Well, the longest period a person has gone without sleep was 11 days. But research shows that even after only 24 hours not having sleep, it's going to affect your memory and brain function. And if you go without sleep for only 36 hours, it's actually going to cause hormonal imbalances. It can increase the risk of you having cardiovascular disease, and it's going to cause memory lapses. So if you truly think about it, then we can say that sleep should be number 2 on the importance list after oxygen. So about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I was invited to work for a private club in Auckland, New Zealand. And the people who belong there, so it's a private club where mostly people go there to socialize, to eat, to drink, to do business without actually doing business. And they invited me to look after and manage their health facility, their gym. Now, what was really surprising for me, first of all, was that most members didn't even realize that they had this health facility and gym there. But also what I've got really confronted by, that the people, when they started to actually come to see my team and I, most people, Sunny, apologies. So most people actually didn't have a good night's sleep. So this means that they either gone to bed very late, so maybe between 1 and 3 a.m. in the morning, getting up between 5 and 7 a.m. in the morning. And the clientele, the members who belong there, were all lawyers, doctors, accountants, counsels, judges. So, you know, probably I would say the busiest and most stressed people in New Zealand or in Auckland for sure. So as I said, they were really struggling with their sleep. The second issue they were struggling with was actually anxiety. So most of these people, we had to work on that, how they actually handle life and work-life balance, right? And the last thing, the third thing all these people had in common was that they weren't able to keep like a stable lifestyle. And what do I mean by stable lifestyle? I mean that these people actually were constantly yo-yoing with their exercise, eating, and mindset habits. So when life was good, they come to the gym, they were eating well, and then they were looking after their mental state. But then when they had to work really, really hard for one reason or another, they stopped coming, they stopped eating healthy, and they became very stressed and anxious again. And it was going up and down like this. Instead of like, hey, I'm not coming for a week, but next week I am back, right? So it was really interesting for me to work with these people for 8 years and observe their habits and the challenges they were having. And through this time, I started to develop various programs that could help their anxiety and help their sleep issues as well. One of the techniques that I taught for these people, and I'm going to teach for you as well today, was what I call the candlelight meditation technique. So this is a technique that first I learned when I was 17 years old, and I went to a meditation class, and it was actually based on Sri Chinmoy's teachings, who we can say a meditation guru from India. So the technique is very simple, actually. So what we're going to do, and you might not going to have a candlelight with you right now, which is totally fine. But if you watch this as a recording, then I highly recommend that you just pause the recording and then go and get a candle for yourself. And then you can even try this technique out at night, when you go to bed and you feel like that, okay, I need a little bit of relaxation. I actually find candlelight meditation technique much more effective than focused breath meditation. So how I ask you to focus on your breath at the beginning of this session. So if I was making you to do that for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I know from myself, I find it quite challenging. My mind just keeps wandering like, oh, okay, this is not very interesting. But if I use a candle, and I obviously going to light it in a moment, so I'll show you. And when I lighted the candle and focus on the flame, I find that very, very relaxational. And I also find that I'm able to focus on the flame very easily. So what I would like you to do, I'm going to put on some music as well. So usually that's the other trick that I do with my clients as well. I put on some lovely meditational music, which I'm going to do for you as well right now. And I'm not going to hold this candle here the entire time. I will ask you to actually just look at the flame to start with, and then you can actually close your eyes. How's that? So here's the music. Hopefully you can actually hear the music as well as me talking in the same time. And so here is the candle light for you. I'm trying to hold it in a way so you can actually see it. And as I said, it's probably not even as good over the screen, but when you actually have that actual candle in front of you and just watching the flame. So I'm going to put this down, and if you like, you can actually close your eyes. And start focusing on that flame in your mind's eyes. And just notice, how does it feel right now? Just focusing on the flame. Can you recall the picture of that beautiful light? That's right. So just take your time with closed eyes. Focus on the flame. Try to recall it. And if you can't recall it, just imagine another one. That's right. And there's nothing for you to do other than observe the state of your mind. That's right. Just observe how easy it is to recall the flame or imagine one. And just be kind to yourself. Whatever is going on, however you're imagining or you're having trouble imagining, it's okay. The main thing is that you are here and you are trying. So just keep focusing on that flame. And together, you can even notice how your breathing has changed. And maybe it hasn't. Maybe it has slowed down. Maybe it's the same. Your job is just to notice whatever is going on. That's right. So I would like you to take 3 conscious breaths. And if you can, still see that beautiful flame in the minds of your eyes. And just observe this next 3 breaths. How does it feel to be here with me, listening to my voice that's guiding you towards relaxation? And maybe tonight you will want to try this meditation technique just for 10 minutes. You don't have to do it long. All I'm asking you is just to give it a go. Put some lovely music on, something that's relaxational. Make sure that you have the candle up high so you can easily gaze into the flame. And just see what happens. So, we ran out of time today. I want you to know that I appreciate that you were here with me. And I'm looking forward to seeing you back tomorrow. And I'll promise that tomorrow's session, tomorrow's exercise will be a little bit longer, so you can actually enjoy a little bit more relaxation. So thanks again. This is Ildi from I Am Mindfulness. Have a wonderful day and come and see me tomorrow.